Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd finally jump on the bandwagon and do the Bratz doll makeup challenge thing that's going around at the moment on YouTube. I am so excited to try this. I've been waiting to do this for quite a while now and I've always been too scared to do it. I'm like, am I a good enough makeup person to be able to do this look? And I was like, why not? Why not just give it a go? And sorry, I literally just got distracted. I just saw that like my ring light is just flickering at me and it's like blinding me. I'm like, oh. Today I thought I'd do the Bratz doll makeup challenge, and I am petrified. I am not gonna lie, I am not the best makeup artist, therefore this might turn into an absolute fail. I've decided to recreate Chloe, which you'll see a picture here, because I thought that she looked the most like me, which was the blonde Bratz doll, which I thought was very similar to me, so I thought I might actually be able to get away with this a little bit. I'm extremely excited but extremely nervous at the same time. So without further ado, let's get into it and see what a fail this possibly could be. Okay, so I'm going to moisturise and prime my face as I would normally, just so the foundation will lie better on my skin. So I'm first going to go in with the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula, which is my ride or die moisturiser. So I'm just going to rub all on my face. I apologise for like my naked face, by the way. I know it does not look attractive today. Plus I've got like 3-day-old hair. I know it's really gross, but I really wanted to film this video, so I was like, oh, it's fine. And then I'm just going to also use the Rimmel London Lasting Finish Primer, which is again a ride or die primer for me. I really love this primer. It is so nice and it makes your foundation stay on like for ages. Now I think I am going to go in with my foundation, because in the picture Chloe has quite like a, I hate to say it, but like almost like an orangey skin tone. So I think foundation will be a really good point of call for this look. So I'm just going to use my trusty Rimmel London Match Perfection, which I absolutely love, and this is in the shade Ivory, which is my go-to everyday foundation. I absolutely love this to death. And then I'm just going to use rather a dirty beauty blender, but it's okay, it's all good. I'm just put a little bit on my hand, and I'm just going to use a little bit of setting spray on it just to sort of dampen it and make the foundation go on easier. And then I am just going to do my foundation as normal, like literally no difference here in how I'd usually do my makeup. I think I'll speed this along a little bit because I usually take quite a long time to do my foundation. For the sake of both me and you, I think I'm gonna speed up this a little bit. Okay, so now I've done my foundation, so I'm now just gonna do my concealer just to get like a really lovely finish and obviously have that really polished doll look. So the concealer I'm gonna go in with is the Rimmel London Wake Me Up concealer in the shade, I can't tell you what shade it is because I think it's rubbed off. I'm just gonna put that underneath my eyes and then around my sort of brow area and my outer corner of my eye, because I usually get a lot of dark circles and redness around there, and that is obviously not a good look for a Bratz doll. And a lot of people probably won't agree with me rubbing in my concealer with my hands, but that is what works for me. I'm now gonna top it off, I think, with a powder. So I'm just going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte, which the packaging is faded, but it is the Rimmel Stay Matte in the translucent shade, translucent shade. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques Powder Blue BO1 brush, just dust it around my face just really quickly. Like, obviously I don't want it looking quite cakey, I want it looking quite perfect. Really close now to doing the nitty and gritty of this tutorial, and I am a little bit terrified, not gonna lie. In the picture she doesn't seem to have a blusher or a bronzer, so I think I'm just gonna wing it and just not use them at all, which is terrifying for me because I rely on my blusher and bronzer constantly. Now I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna start on my eyebrows just so it makes it slightly easier. So I'm gonna take my Benefit Cabrow rather, in the shade Blonde, and I'm just going to draw quite a narrow eyebrow because Chloe has quite sort of very straight and narrow eyebrows, so obviously I want to do the same, but I'm going to try and make them look quite blocky because I think that is the sort of look she has. So I'm going to go for something a little bit more blocky, and hopefully this works out for me, guys. Pray for me. Trying to get them equal as well is a little bit of a challenge. So now I am just going to obviously set my brows using the Benefit Ready Set Brow, which is a godsend for your brows, if I do say so myself. Now I think I'm gonna move on to the eyes, which are really exciting. So I'm just gonna lay down a base shade. So I'm gonna use my Urban Decay Naked palette and the Real Techniques Powder Blue BO4 brush, which is a lovely eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to use the shade Virgin. As you can see, it's really down in the pan, hence why I literally use it every day. I'm going to use that one just on the eyelids, just to create a lovely base shade. Okay, now I'm going to use the shade Naked, because on my doll she's got like a little bit of sort of like almost like a browny sort of warmy tone up here, so I'm gonna try to recreate that now using the same brush and just basically moving it along my crease line. I'm gonna use the shade Buck, which is here, which I am just gonna sort of deepen the crease line a little bit, just by going underneath slightly, but you know, still making it look natural. I say natural, but it's meant to be a Bratz doll. It's maybe not as much naturality, I was gonna say, but I don't think that's a word. Natural, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. The hair literally keeps coming out of this headband and it's off big time. So now I am gonna do the lid shade. So for this I'm gonna use the Kylie Cosmetics Valentine's Day palette that she released, I believe it was about 2 years ago now, but this is still my ride or die palette. I love it, and I'm just going to use this shade here, this like grey one, because my doll has a lot of like almost like grey, very sort of cold tone eyeshadow on her, because my doll has basically a very sort of like grey eyeshadow look, so that's what I thought would be really lovely, and it's quite glittery as well, so it'll look quite like extra, which I'm all about. And I need to clean my brush. It's a lovely colour though, like look how nice that is. I need to wear this more. Like, I haven't really tried out this shade even though I've had the palette for so long, but I actually really love this shade. It looks so pretty on. So now I am just gonna use a little bit of the black shade from my Morphe Picasso palette just to go under the eyes and also do a sort of like eyeliner on the top bit here. So I'm just going to use this shade, as you can see, from my Picasso palette, and I'm just going to be really careful with this now because this will literally make or break your look. So I'm just going to use the angled part of my brush just to sort of go underneath. And then I'm going to do the same on the other eye. I've got like such a weird expression when I do anything near my eye. I think it's like my focus face, like honestly. Might actually use the other end a little bit as well, just to get like more of a definition. I also want it to look a little bit smoky as well. And then I'm just going to obviously repeat on the other eye. So now I am just going to neaten this up with a little bit of eyeliner, and I don't know where it's gone. So I'm just going to go ahead and neaten it up with the Collection Fast Stroke eyeliner, which is literally dirt cheap, but it's amazing. Like, it's such a good eyeliner. So I'm just going to sort of go over that a bit now. So now I think I'm going to try and map out some of the lines that is on obviously the Bratz doll, like the little line above the eyelid and then obviously her fake eyelashes. So I'm going to try and imitate that now and see how badly this goes. Okay, so now I've obviously just drawn on some fake eyelashes and obviously done the line over the eyelid, which took me a long time to master, as you can probably tell from the fast forwarded clips. But you know, this is one of those sort of looks that really does take time and you need a lot of precision with it. It can't be rushed. It's one of those things that you really have to take your time with, and I'm not like the most natural person ever doing makeup. Like, I have quite an unsteady hand and stuff like that, and as you can see, it literally took me several goes to get this far. So I think this is like okay. So now I am just gonna finish my look off with some good old fashioned highlighter. I'm gonna use the Sleek Makeup palette in Cleopatra's Kiss, which looks like these, which is very lovely. I absolutely love this. And I'm just gonna use my good old New Look fan brush to apply it. I'm just gonna go for this gold shade here, which is absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna go too heavy though. I'm literally just gonna highlight on the nose a little bit to sort of elongate it a little bit. And then obviously on the cupid bow, I look quite muddy. I don't know why, but I look very muddy. I'm just going to finish off with a good old lip colour. So I am going to use the Zoella and Colourpop liquid lip in the shade Little One, which is absolutely lovely, and this will be perfect for this Bratz style look. So I'm going to go for it now. So on obviously the image, the Bratz doll has a very sort of big lips and very sort of like, you know, very standout shape. So that's what I'm going to try and emulate now and see how that comes out. I think as well it goes a little bit further down here, and it goes a little bit thinner, so I'm going to try and do that now as well. I think one of the sides actually is a little bit off. I don't know about what you think, but I'm actually quite happy with the end result, even though it took a lot of trial and tribulations to get there. But I'm actually really happy with the final result. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is something a little bit different for me. I really enjoyed this. I thought this was so fun to do, even though I got really stressed out and I was really bummed out at one point. I literally just put the camera down. I was like, I cannot do this. I literally can't do this. I'm gonna go for like a really exaggerated look, and I was like, but I can't do it. So I might as well just do more of a natural, but I mean more of like an attainable look rather than something I wouldn't be able to do due to this steady hand. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed it. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you loved it, because that'll really help me out. And leave me a comment if you have done the Bratz doll challenge. Love to see your videos of it, because I've been watching quite a few recently and I find them so fascinating. Like, everyone does a different take on the Bratz doll, so I'm really excited to see your videos. Please remember to subscribe to my channel also, because I make a new video every week. It's posted on Saturdays at 9 AM GMT, so be there or be square. I'll see you next week, guys. Bye!